back, everybody. All right, and today we're back with another 1990 Fleer baseball. There's an air card in here. I'm not sure quite who it is, but there's a couple valuable cards in this. Not too many, but it's just a nice looking set, in my opinion. Right now, we are currently at 8.3% if you just get the basic set. We have 55 of the cards out of 660. However, if you're going for like the airs and stuff, we only have about half of that. We're like 4.1. Anyway, we're at 10.5% of the stickers. We've got 4 of the 38 stickers. And then we still just have the 6 of the update because, again, those came in the Collector's Edge. And we got a couple more of those on the shelf we're getting to in a couple weeks. Monday, we are going to be taking a look at some retail that we picked up from Family Dollar, which is some pretty interesting cards there. But we got some Donruss from 2023 that we're going to be looking at. But yeah, until then, let's get into this 1990 and let's see what we got here. All right. And really, there's nothing there. I guess there is an insert set in here. We haven't got any of them yet, so maybe today will change. I kind of try to save one of these wrappers from each series that we get, just for longevity. Fleer 1990. All right. All right, let's check it out. Okay, we're gonna start with our sticker, and we got another four sticker here. We got Pirates, Cardinals, Padres, and Giants. And let's see what we had there. And that's a new one. We don't have that one, so that one's going into the stack. I actually need to get the checklist for that one pulled up. All right, let's see who we got here. All right, kicking the pack off, we got Celio Guante, pitcher for the Texas Rangers. And then we got Pete Incaviglia with that awesome Burt Reynolds stash there, outfield for the Rangers. Darrell Evans, first base, the Braves. Then here we got one of these Major League prospects. So we got some rookies here. Jason Grimsley and Delino DeShields. Montreal shortstop and pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. All right, moving on. We got a Todd Zeile, catcher. St. Louis Cardinals. Mike Benjamin, infield for the San Francisco Giants. Fresno, Shreveport, Phoenix. Finally, the Giants got called up this year. Look at that, 1990. Greg Jeffries, second base for the New York Mets. And all right. And then next up, we got Randy Milligan, Baltimore Orioles, first base. He looks determined to knock this ball out of the park. Orioles, Buffalo, Pirates, Mets. In and out of the Major League, but there he is. Next up, Mike Felder, outfield for the Milwaukee Brewers. Oh, he played here in El Paso in 1986. 83, 84, 86. He played right here in El Paso. There we go, Mike Felder, pretty nice. Terry Leach, pitcher for the Kansas City Royals. Look at that career there. Royals, Mets, Tidewater, Mets, Tidewater, Richmond, Tidewater, Mets, Tidewater, Mets. And speaking of Mets, we got Barry Lyons, the catcher. Then for the Cleveland Indians, we got Deion James, outfield. Cleveland Braves, no, Atlanta Braves. I don't think they're the Indians anymore. I think that this he played for the Braves and the Indians. There you go. All right, next up, a Tim Leary, a pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds. And we got a checklist. 659. That one sounds familiar. Do we have 659? Andy Alonson. Yep, that is our first official duplicate from opening packs right there. And our last card is Greg Litton, third base. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe we have some of these. But as far as I know, this is our first official repeat. Card 659. All right, that's it. Nothing major in this one, but again, we aren't going for anything major right now. We're just going to see what we can actually pull out of this. All right, so let's see here. We got card 298, 301, 581, 653, 285. Card 51. Fleur's cards were always like kind of rough, so they don't really like slide too easily, but 207, 183, 321, well, I guess any of the cards in this pack there that are duplicates is like fair game to be the first one. But that's the first one I noticed, is definitely that checklist, because I was like, wait a minute, 659. That one sounds really familiar. All right. 2 in the 400s, and finally card 61. All right, so we'll see if we have any of these as duplicados. And until next time, you know, like I say, hey, tomorrow we will be back here for... tomorrow we're going to be checking out some Donruss baseball. And then after that, back to the football. All right, until next time, keep collecting. Have some fun, guys.